for every act of obedience, clarity comes. You'll be able to take the next step and the next. And then not just clarity, resources, not just material resource, the people, the information, everything you require would come. After I'd accepted that in my spirit, there's a way you hear something and you accept it, even though you don't know how you would navigate it. And I went to bed. But the next day, I had like a download for the outline, which I quickly scribbled before I forget, as it's not my...
This is what one was...
Yeah, yes. But the morning, I had like an outline, and then I saw it was about purpose. I'm like, plenty of people have written about purpose. What's my own again, And then I was hearing in my spirit that I needed to lend my voice to the conversation. Now I'd said yes. This was February, before the 14th of February. The launch date was supposed to be June 14th. So I started to work like round the clock to make sure that, that actually would happen. I didn't even have a title for it. The title didn't matter at this point. I just had to get the content together. And while I was still thinking, I saw someone put on I think her WhatsApp status that she was doing an author clarity session. Please, who needed clarity more than me? At that point, I needed all the clarity I could get. So I quickly reached out to her and she said it was free. And I'm like, oh God, you're so mindful of me. Because there are days I don't even see status like for months. But for that, I needed to see it. And she said it was the first time she was doing it as well. So I registered for it. She told me, oh, this is how you do it. You put your thoughts together and then, So after the content had come together was when I started to think, okay, I don't want to put purpose-driven life. Someone has written that, Lord God, what would you have me put as the title of this book? And then I heard doing and being in my spirit. It's so interesting, right? And I wanted to understand the meaning of doing and being. So I sat with it. I started to then have a better understanding of the fact that we all do. It's easy to do because, you could be doing what you don't even believe in.
Purpose is something that comes with time and intentionality. But then also, a lot of high achievers, I won't say overachievers, sometimes I feel like there could be that fine line between being distracted from purpose and being in line with purpose. So what do you think about this? Can achievement actually become a distraction from purpose, in your opinion?
So I wouldn't say it would be a distraction, so there's something that's really critical to this conversation, which is your idea of yourself, your vision. Like the example I give very often would be my mama here, Mr. Oshika. Would you say she's distracted? Would you say she's successful? So you can be all of that. Once you've found yourself, there's always an alignment. I don't think it should be, which is why the chapter 1 of this book really emphasizes the importance of self-awareness and identity. So we must not reduce ourselves to double zeros, or how many zeros did you call it? I would say literally that ends here. Maybe that accident has changed my own perspective about life. It's good to make money because money makes the world go round. And I've also realized that people have limited or reduced success just to material success. You can actually be successful at whatever it is you're doing. It doesn't have to be just material. But when we just limit ourselves to that, I feel that's when it becomes like, a distraction. We can actually, fulfill purpose and then be successful at doing that. And like I say, purpose isn't a destination.
So why would you say some people eventually get to achieve so much, but then somehow feel empty void?
Because they haven't found themselves. You see, there's this contentment. There's this certainty, almost, that comes when you found yourself. You know that if this doesn't work out today, for as long as there is life and I am here, I continue to evolve as a new version of myself. Then you're a different person when you discover why you're here. But when you define yourself by the definitions of other people or the material wealth and then your titles and things like that, when those things are stripped off, as they sometimes do get stripped off, then you will be trying to find yourself. There'll be this shallow, feeling on the inside. Yeah, so it's important to first find ourselves. That's why chapter 1 opens with that.
Chapter 1 is actually quite a long chapter. Quite a lengthy chapter. Yeah, trust me, I felt it the most because it took quite a while for me to go over it over and over again. But then there are a few myths about purpose that I had come across before then that you sort of helped to dispel. But I want you to talk about that a little. Are there any myths about purpose that you'd like to talk about?
It's also that it's just one event. The way when we're in secondary school, those people will come from outside and tell us, oh, go and find your purpose. I'm like, how? Ibolowa, under the table, under the chair. But as we've now grown and we are seeing that, every day you can actually live with intention such that you embody the things that you do. So there's an alignment that makes you know that, okay, today I'm a housewife, I'm taking care of my children, I'm looking after my husband. I'm doing it for this season, and it is what my purpose requires for this season. So those things are just, that's one big myth. It's not a destination as well. It's not something that you now enter through in a boss, you say, I'm going to my purpose. And that was how they made it seem to us. So everybody kept going around, just one thing. No, what is required of us per season would differ. And it's important for us to know that so that we are not stretched unduly and then we're not just, burnt out here.
Okay, so the next section for me is faith. And a lot of people, while on the journey to purpose, have to either figure out how much faith they have or where their faith lies. And there's one word that keeps coming up, and that's the word doubt. Have you ever had any doubts about what God was asking you to do?
On this journey since 2019, because we're talking about post the car crash now, right? Okay, so there are days I'm like, God, what would you have me do? And I'm just trying to, that any morning knocking on the window of heaven kind of thing. But if we tarry long enough, we will get clarity. And sometimes we just must be true to ourselves. That's what I say. You must be true to yourself. There's sometimes that God has given you an instruction or you've received you've not even obeyed that one. You're asking for another one. How now? So sometimes we just need to go and obey the previous instruction for clarity to come for the next. So talking about this, I said this journey has been progressive, and it has indeed been progressive. So after the book, I got an inspiration for the workbook.
The workbook?
Yeah, we have the workbook. After the workbook, I'm like, okay, God, I've done book, I've done workbook. He said, guess what I heard in my spirit? That I told you to start a community. At that point, I said, community? Sir, even me, I'm looking for community to better myself. Let's not do like this. He said, yes. He said, because there are people who would hear this message, who would look up to you. And then I want us to just give a shout out. I have my Phoenix community folks here. Do you want to stand up and say hello? Yes, because say hello now. See these people. They'll not be grueling, they'll be drilling me and say, GDO, tell us this. Come on, all of you come out for that reason. Come and stand there till I finish talking. Come and stand outside there. Because I have a community of young adults, and I think it's also the relevance of the message of self-awareness to young people. The way they keep thinking, am I doing enough? Can I find this? Can I find that? So when the Lord said to me to start a community of young adults between the ages of 20 to 35, I struggled a bit, but last year I did. I started after the tour. Because after the launch, we had a tour, and then after the tour, we had the workbook. So do you want to say hello, everyone? We have some people online as well. Thank you so much. And I must say this, that they've made me such a better version of myself. Because when people are looking up to you, you cannot go and show up like bad girl. So thank you so much, Matthew, Shola. Shola came all the way from Akure. Temitope is my gift from God, and that's Omolayo. Thank you so much. We have some people online as well, and, that's something that's, okay. Hello, if you're in the Phoenix community. It evolves in seasons, and then, the Phoenix community came. Every instruction has come per time, and for every act of obedience, the next one has also come.
So there's still so many questions I want to ask you, but I think I should just go straight to legacy. And it's a simple question. If your grandchildren were to read this book 50 years from now, what do you hope that they learned from you?
Okay, so for me, it would be early sense of self-awareness and identity. Because, there's that popular saying that abuse is inevitable when the use of a thing is not known. When you don't know yourself, you don't even know where to turn. You don't know who to journey with you. You don't know the seasons that you come into. So I feel like which is okay. You can wake up at any time and say good morning. We've heard stories of Kentucky, we've heard different things, fantastic. But I feel like that early sense of awareness would give them better advancement. So for my grandkids, are you hearing? I would like them to be aware early enough, because there were conversations that were not had when we were young. that we have now reached the band-aid and we're able to have with our children. So I think like the path of the just, it should only get better. And legacy is what we're remembered for. I actually also got that from my father. Because, I keep saying, my siblings and I keep saying, we have the legacy of faith. That's what we inherited. And it has helped us a lot, even in the face of doubts and challenges. So I would say that that's one thing I also want to pass on to them, because when we're no more there to handhold them, the Creator will be there. Yes.
Amen to that. Now, there's a whole chapter on your dad as well. Trust me, I know. I have to read it over and over again. And I've honestly learned so much from you. And this is still your birthday. I want to wrap it up with a birthday question now. We're celebrating you today. What has this year taught you? And what do you think you're going to be doing different?
Wow. So like I mentioned briefly before, as when we started this conversation around birthdays. So birthdays in the past for me were just another day. And the most I'll do would be to buy new clothes, make new hair. Oh, people are laughing. I'm telling you. And make fine hair and just sit at home. If people called me, I might not even answer. Tuni is there. Like, I'll be like, what? Today I just want to be by myself. But since this journey has progressed, I realized that impact, a life of purpose, is beyond you. It's more than what you just say you're wearing fine clothes to do. Now, my birthdays have become more meaningful because there's something that, that has come with it. There's this impact that God has laid on my heart to be able to transform the lives of others by being transformed myself. So I say, okay, our community is the Phoenix community because we go through fire, yes, but we rise. And then we still continue to do the things that we're called to do. So for me, I just would always want to be remembered for, the transformation, the authenticity, and, identity to legacy and everything in between. Thank you.
Everyone, our celebrants, the author of Doing and Being. Congratulations, people,